Greetings and welcome to Church in the Urban World. I'm your Professor Charles Galbraith, and we're excited just to get this semester started and off the ground. Before we get started today, I just have to let you know I have to give you a confession. This is my first time doing an online class here. It's not my first time teaching this class, but it's first time doing an online class, so it's going to be a learning experience for me as well as for you. But I hope that it is mutually beneficial for us as we're studying throughout this semester. So let's take a look and let's share what we're going to be learning this semester in IntroUR6018 Church in the Urban World. If you go onto the E360, you'll be able to see that you can pull up the syllabus for the course. And so I just want to run through a few things as we're being welcomed to the course concerning what's taking place. Before we get there, let me introduce myself. I serve as a professor there at Alliance Theological Seminary. If you're in field education, you will have taken me because I teach all of the field education students, either MDiv or MPS students. I also have the opportunity to teach in many of the urban courses, so Church in the Urban World, Urban Community Analysis, and Worldview Analysis that I teach. I teach many of the practical theology courses, Worship and Arts, Preaching, and some other courses. And so if I haven't had you in class in person, I look forward to this time of fellowship and interaction online as well. So we're looking forward towards this semester. In addition to being here in regards to a professor, I also serve as a pastor, urban pastor here in Central Brooklyn. And so it's one of my joys and delights to be able to marry what we do at the seminary to the practical aspects of ministry that take place right here in the streets. And so you'll hear a lot of that in my discussions as well as in our lectures that we'll be sharing together. And so we look forward just to a wonderful and fruitful time together throughout the semester. And so we encourage you to share in regards to the discussion post, who you are and where you're coming from, and just be able to get a chance to know a little bit about yourself as well. But just for a moment, I want to look at the syllabus. If you go onto E360 and pull that up, and we can just look at some of the things that we're going to be looking at throughout the syllabus as this course takes place. This is an online class starting here September 5th and ending there on December 18th. As you can see, my email is also on the syllabus, charles.galbraith, gal like girl, then breath like you breathe, at nyac.edu. I've also provided you with my church number, not cell phone number, but my church number as well. That's 718-469-9251. And many times I can be reached there more directly if you need to get in contact with me. That's 718-469-9251, as well as my teaching assistant, Anna Cologne. Her email is also there as well. If you need to meet with me in person, I will have office hours on Tuesdays from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. there in the seminary. Office hours Tuesdays from 3 p.m. To 8 p.m. So feel free to connect with me. I know most of you, but I'd love to get a chance to connect with all of you, either in person or through our discussion and online. So just looking forward to a wonderful time together. I just wanted to go through the syllabus and lift up some areas that I think could be beneficial for us to help understand and recognize what's going on and what's taking place. We want to encourage you to be able to go out and get, it's backwards, but you can go out and get the books for this course, the required text for this course. The first text that we're going to be lifting up in conjunction with one another is Ray Bakke, A Theology as Big as a City. A Theology as Big as a City. It's more of a pastoral approach towards urban ministry, but I believe that it can be very beneficial in kind of nurturing and guiding us concerning what's taking place. The second required text that we have is Urban Ministry. It's the kingdom, the city, and the people of God. This is probably the go-to textbook in regards to urban ministry. And so as you can see, we'll be spending a great deal of time in this text, going through it, a lot of great information that we'll be pulling on, and many of our discussion questions and reflections will be connected to what's taking place in our urban ministry. Also, I want to lift up our Urban Ministry and Introduction by Ronald Peters, not Peterson, but Ronald Peters. Also one of our required texts that will help guide us and direct us throughout the course. And we'll hear a little bit more about that in the first module in regards to what these texts offer for us. I also then have several texts that I want us to lift up concerning our books reviews. I've asked you to do 3 book reviews, but provided 4 texts for you to have. 3 book reviews, but 4 texts to have. We have Leah Gunning Francis, Ferguson and Faith, looking at how activism is connected to biblical mandate. We have Tim Keller in regards to loving the city, doing balanced gospel-centered ministry in the city, in regards to a holistic perspective concerning what ministry looks like. We have Ray Rivera in regards to liberty to the captives, from his own personal experience and understanding of what urban ministry is and is about, as well as Howard Thurman, Jesus and the Disinherited, in regards to on-the-grounds look concerning those who have been marginalized, how the gospel can be understood and known towards those. The course description is there also in the syllabus for you. I encourage you to be able to take a look at that. It lifts up this. This is the course description. This is an overview of the historical and contemporary narrative of worldwide urbanization with a focus on the recent trends of modernization as well as globalization. Urban problems and the needs will be examined, as well as the values and attitudes that advance or hinder Christian presence and ministry in the city. Biblical perspectives on urban ministry will also be considered. And so it's an overview, right? An overview of what's taking place in regards to urban context and how the church is called to live with, among, and for those who are within the urban context. We also have several objectives for the course, to be aware of the dynamics of urban life and the challenges to ministry, to understand the nature and patterns of globalization and urbanization in societies today, to recognize the reality of principalities and powers in the world, and to develop a biblical understanding and basis for doing ministry in this context. So fourth objective is to know and to appreciate holistic ministry. We're going to be spending a great deal of time talking about holistic ministry and what that is and how we can engage in it and what that looks like from our particular perspective and lens. Also to seek to cultivate a greater sense of responsibility and involvement in the cities. I don't want just this to be a course where we gain academic knowledge, but also a praxis and practical experience as well as engagement. And so some of the assignments will be engagement assignments, not just sitting in front of our computers, but rather going into the streets to engage in several areas. It also, one of the objectives is to seek continual growth in the areas of personal values, convictions in regards to the global cities and their impact. So that's kind of an overview of what we want to experience, as well as the objectives we want to lift up for this course. You can take it to your own time and go through the core curriculum student goals as well as the NIAC college goals, but I know what we have to get to is the course requirements. There's several things that I'm going to need from you. What I am asking in regards to this being an online class is to have weekly discussion threads and class participation. This will be 30% of your grade, and so every week I'm going to ask you to write a reflection post based off of the reading with some guiding questions, but based off of the reading, you'll be lifting up 50 words per week concerning this. That I want you to reflect back and give your insight towards what's taking place, and then respond back to one of the other students. Respond back to the other students in regards to their questions as well. This is going to be due on Tuesdays, so every Tuesday by 11:59 p.m. By 11:59 p.m., I need to see that post so that we can just make sure that there's accountability in regards to your reading and engagement. Also, the second course requirement is book analysis. You're going to have 3 books that you'll have the option to do a book analysis concerning. I've lifted them up for you, and they're excellent works to help, I believe, will help grow you and develop you in your own academic development. And so those are actually due on October 2nd. October 30th and November 27th. Those book analysis will be done. If you look in your syllabus, you'll see how a breakdown concerning what I'm looking for in the book analysis. It's not just a reflection. It's not just a summary of the book, but I'm looking for analysis of the writing. And so you'll see that description laid out within the syllabus. In addition to that, we have number 3 in regards to our course requirements are site visits. Site visits, you're asked to go to 2 urban ministries, churches, or nonprofits, observe what's taking place, what's going on, and then write a 2-page response, kind of summarizing and describing what took place and what was going on in your own personal perspective and reflections concerning those. The first one of those is due on November 6th, and the second one is due on December 12th. And so we encourage you to stay up with that so that you do not miss the work that is due. In addition to that, we also have a final paper which will be a cumulative paper. We'll talk about that later on a little bit more as the semester progresses, but a 12 to 15 page final paper to demonstrate cumulative information concerning what is taking place. Please note the instructions in the syllabus concerning what we're looking for in regards to the papers and what I'm looking for in regards to structure and format. I'm asking that we would not have any late assignments, and after 2 weeks I will not be able to look at them just because there's so many of you and only one of me. We're asking that all assignments would be uploaded concerning E360, whether it's just a post response or if it's something to be uploaded in the Dropbox, it would be uploaded in Word and PDF only. Once again, uploaded in Word and PDF only, not in any other forms. When we're looking at the book analysis and what I'm looking for in the book analysis, you'll see in the syllabus on page number 3, kind of an overview of what I'm looking for in the book analysis, page by page. The first page, less than a page, an overview, the page and a half of analysis, and a page of conceptual takeaways that are taking place. Then the significance for ministry. This is important. I want to see how this impacts you, how you can apply it to your own particular ministry. A page of that in regards to the paper. As in regards to the research paper, once again, the information concerning it is lifted up in page 4 of your syllabus of what I'm looking for, a central thesis concerning that, a theoretical framework for building it up, as well as documentation, data, and citations concerning what is taking place so that you can have an intelligent as well as a beneficial paper that can add to the scholarly work that is going to be lifted up. If you look at page number 5 of your syllabus, you kind of get an outline and course calendar for all the things that I'm looking to do, as well as what we're seeking to ask you to do in regards to assignments. You'll see that I've broken up the class into three modules that have been lifted up. The first module will be Biblical and Theological Foundations for Church in the Urban World. The second module is the Sociological Analysis of the urban context, and the third model is the Ecclesiastical Praxis for Urban Transformation. And so we'll be breaking that down all throughout the semester, and I hope it flows well for us so that we can understand and recognize what is taking place and what is going on in the semester. And I really do believe that it is going to be something that is beneficial for us. Once again, if you have any questions or comments or concerns, or you just say this is not connecting with me, or you need me to do something differently, or it could be of a greater benefit for you, please reach out to me, whether through email at charles.gelbreath@nyac.edu, or calling my church office, which is 718-469-9251, 718-469-9251, or you can stop by the office hours on Tuesdays from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. And I want to make sure that I'm making myself available to you. I'm looking forward to a great semester from hearing more about you, as well as sharing a little bit about how God is journeying me through this process as well. I look forward to seeing you and connecting with you soon. God bless you.